With profound humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace.
Part 2 of 4.
Etc.
There are 211 countries and regions which have animal people protection laws. Obey the law of your country. No more animal people slaughterhouses. No more hurting, no more murdering them to eat, to lab test, or for any reason at all. Be vegan. Make peace. So be it.
Peace for Ukraine or you reign now. Russia just go home.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programas offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nossos programas oferecem vários idiomas. Acesse suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Certainly, only wisdom and love counteract the distortion with which children are confronted in this world, and that we so-called education. Please continue watching to find out more.
Vegan, the animal people also want to be near you.
O Gaza, the world weeps for thee. No more bloodshed, please. There is no actual enemies.
Supreme Master Qinghai, vegan.
Amjad! I'm taking care of Amjad, and Amjad actually, he's taking care of me, because if he say, Amir, the Israeli is my friend, he is my brother, he gives me the right to live in my country, Israel. I hear this word every day. The Palestinians are our enemy, and it's not true. He's not my enemy. Manar is not my enemy. Why they say it every day in Facebook and our government? Why? Why?
Hola, agradables espectadores means hello, kind viewers, in Spanish, the language spoken by the Salvadorians. I am Guadalupe. El Salvador, boasting diverse landscapes including fertile valleys and a beautiful Pacific coastline, is a testament of God's magnificent creation. May we all forever be in the grace and bliss of the divine.
Be veg now. God gives us all free will to choose between good and evil, in gladness and woe. Please give others only gladness. The woe we spell as in who?
Welcome to Reflections on Wisdom and Compassion. Discourses from Así hablaba Quetzalcóatl, thus spoke Quetzalcóatl, Part 2 of 2, on Words of Wisdom. Así hablaba Quetzalcóatl, thus spoke Quetzalcóatl, is a beautiful tale that offers upliftment to all truth seekers yearning for spiritual understanding. In this book, we follow the travels of the legendary Aztec god Quetzalcóatl, vegetarian, who is the story's enlightened master. In his offering of discourses to earnest seekers, we see that Quetzalcóatl highlights the importance of the inward journey transcending both time and space. This journey connects us with the inner heavenly light and music. Thus, the words from Así hablaba Quetzalcóatl illuminate one's spiritual endeavors with profound truth.
There are 211 countries and regions which have animal people protection laws. Russia is one of them. Russia, Article 245 of the Penal Code. In Russia, cruelty to animal people is punishable with a fine of up to 80,000 rubles or $1,300 or the salary of the convicted person of up to 6 months or a period of corrective labor or arrest. Acts of cruelty committed by a group of persons shall be punishable with a fine of up to 300,000 rubles or $4,900. Obey the law of your country. No more animal people slaughterhouses, no more hurting, no more murdering them to eat, to lab test, or for any reason at all. Be vegan, make peace, so be it.
Let us continue with excerpts from Así hablaba Quetzalcóatl, thus spoke Quetzalcóatl, where we learn of the Master's profound teachings, which underline the importance of wisdom and compassion in nurturing children, as well as the value of self-awareness beyond material possessions and desires. Hope materialized. Some parents who came along with their children asked him, "Elder brother of ours, talk to us about the children." And he, having a seat at a bend on the road under the shade of a mesquite, invited the others to have a seat and told them this: "Children are the materialized hope of a new generation. They are the new impulse of generations to climb up higher in evolution. They are like early flowers looking with joy on their way towards the sun, sincerity and affection. And just as the ivy expects the afternoon's moisture, they also expect understanding. You must know that a child is a seed that needs to be sown by the hands of his parents with affection in the land of circumstances, but without being denied the nutrients of explanation. I would tell you, learn to become brothers of your children, and they will teach you a world which went to sleep within yourselves. But even though you are able to go down towards them and help them to flourish, how much delicacy will you put into taking care of the garden of their feelings so that they may not wither? With how much care will you become their shelter but not their jail, or their breath without suffocating them? Isn't a man the education of a child? Nevertheless, how many are the men who every day cover the mouth of their inner child and go hand in hand with hypocrisy and its friends, lying and appearance. Hasn't education become the science of teaching how to feign? And in this way, we can say of man that when he reaches up to certain age, he has everything in him but himself. This is what creates towards the outside a fictitious and apparent world, full of formalisms and complexes, but far away from naturalness. And no one but the mother herself, flower made fertile by the pollen in self-sacrifice, defoliates and withers in order to bear fruit, her son, and she does all this in the silence of her heart. The same way, a mother is one who must sacrifice herself in her children and take them on the way of life with the tenderness and love that only she is able to give. Know that any civilization starts to decline once women forget what it is to be a mother. The generations who are born from them are not balanced, and the fruits their womb bears, to what shelter are they born? Certainly, only wisdom and love counteract the distortion with which children are confronted in this world, and that we so call education. Empty bubbles. You, forgotten of life. You, the disinherited who walk in Sister Hunger's company, taken by the hand of Sister Sadness. You, who sleep on the streets and look in the garbage for others' leftovers. You, the conscious sons of my Father, who had the strength and therefore were charged with all these things, and were hurt with this plague, in order to clean your wings and leave the earth. Because much more does hunger feed than does satiation, much more does defeat feel than letting be dragged by things, just as a dry trunk lets itself be taken away by the stream of a river. You don't long for, because you have defeated all desire within yourselves, and if you wrap up yourselves, you expect life to tuck you up, and if you are cold, hope for cold to take the cold away, and if thirsty, for thirst to quench your thirst. Don't you criticize those brothers of yours who still need life to be prodigal to them, because everything that it gives to them, they will have to give back. Better yet, plead for them to heaven, because they don't know what are they doing. They are like children who become thrilled each day and go after empty bubbles of illusion, just to see that once they have them, they vanish, leaving them unsatisfied and bored. And tell them, use things, but don't become their slaves. Use them to raise happiness in this world, but not to raise grief and evil. And especially, be sincere with yourselves, and don't let temptation be justified as good. What in your inner self you know is bad and does you wrong. They are stronger in spirit, because they satisfy themselves with little and have few necessities. If those who have more would help them, they will clean in themselves some of their ignorance and their abuses from the past. Immense deserts. And so he was telling them, man has many windows towards the outside, but how many does he have towards the inside? There are many places within him where the sun has never shined, and places where not even a tree has been planted. There are immense deserts in the zone of the heart, where scarcely a rain of love has fallen, nor have the flowers of life been born yet. And many other heads filled up with bubbles and doubts, and which do not let the wind of understanding enter to dissipate them. I have seen within many men, and have seen the warehouse of their resentments, and the library where they file everything which actually happened in their lives. I have seen many contaminated rivers of naturalness within them. I have smelled the fetidness of their offensive thoughts and the corrupt smoke of their evil talk. I have touched the coldness of their souls, scarcely turned into the weak flame of a lamp. I have gone up the stairs of their spinal cord and have seen intact, one after the other, the centers, waiting for the hand of knowledge to clean them up and activate them to become able to create the conscious man. In few men have I been able to breathe the perfume of equilibrium, and to feel the delight of altruism, and to see the seed under the shade of the tree of detachment. The only window to look towards the Spirit is in the forehead. Look and listen to the great being. By listening to him, you will know the idea of God. His voice tones up the other centers with total perfection.
I call eating plant-based the simple, elegant solution to climate change. Why? Eating just one plant-based meal a day for a year saves the carbon emissions equivalent of driving from California to New York. Every meal we eat is an opportunity to connect with our bodies, the planet, and our health. So take action, but most of all, have fun while you're at it. Susie Amis Cameron, vegan.
O Gaza, the world weeps for thee. No more bloodshed, please. There is no actual enemies.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan.
Amjad! I'm taking care of Amjad, and Amjad actually, he's taking care of me, because if he say, Amir, the Israeli is my friend, he is my brother, he gives me the right to live in my country, Israel. I hear this word every day. The Palestinians are our enemy, and it's not true. He's not my enemy. Manar is not my enemy. Why they say it every day in Facebook and our government? Why? Why?
Gentle viewers, it has been a pleasure to have you join us for today's Words of Wisdom. Coming up next is the launch of Love is the Only Solution by Supreme Master Ching Hai, vegan, in the United States, part 1 of 12, right after Noteworthy News. May you walk on the virtuous path with determination in the eternal bliss of God.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds. Hell not rich.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/WOW.